Quick disclaimer. Because the information on this podcast is based on our own personal opinions and experiences, it should not be considered professional financial investment advice. The ideas and strategies should never be used without first assessing your own personal and financial situation or without consulting a financial professional. Our thoughts and opinions will also change from time to time as we learn and accumulate more knowledge. All views are our own. Enjoy the episode.
All right, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bearish. Today we're going to be going over short-term trading versus long-term trading, some of the benefits and negatives to each, and kind of what we decide to do personally. So let's get it started. What's going on, guys?
Oh boy.
What's up, man?
Do we have an episode?
We've
It's
been
going to go
talking
down.
Hell
All right.
of an episode today.
So let's get right into it. Long-term kind of sucks, and short-term is the way to go. What are our opinions?
And so the battle begins.
I agree.
That's basically
Episode
it. That's
over.
all we. That's like
Episode
Done.
over.
that is the argument. Let's do it.
All right, Jared,
Rebuttals?
speak up,
Anyone?
man.
Yeah, just anybody. Have the floor.
Jared, Mike, you were team
No,
long-term
you guys,
as well, I believe.
I would rather rebuttal. You guys go first. Tell them about your GameStop. Go
Oh, wow.
Go crazy.
Oh, you said GameStop?
Straight to messing up on GameStop.
Let me tell you. Have you heard about BlackBerry? Maybe in 2006, but also again in 2021.
BlackBerry, new company, amazing technology.
Just
Yeah.
IPO.
Just came out this year.
Yeah, you can play Brick Breaker on the phone. It's pretty cool. You guys remember that one, don't you?
Class.
It's
Wow.
got a little
Games.
ball.
Wild technology.
GameStop on the verge of
So-
bankruptcy, shooting to the
Before we
moon.
All-time
actually-
high today.
No longer bankrupt.
He basically just helped a small
they
business.
still are. They still are going bankrupt. They don't see any of that money.
Well, sorry guys, we
whatever.
tried. Into the new one.
Sorry.
That's a primary market,
bankrupt.
remember?
Yeah, we talked about that one for a while. No, look, let's get right into it.
No.
You're wrong.
You're gonna listen to me
Okay, we will.
because I'll be damned if I sit on the sidelines and watch
Yes.
that shoot to the moon, that shoot to the moon, and all these different things shooting to the moon. Do you want to go to the moon? Yes or no?
Me. I want to go.
I would hop aboard that spaceship in a heartbeat. They might even stop at Pluto. Who knows?
Tell them how you guys got into that trade.
I will, actually. Jared, you ever heard of Reddit?
No.
Of course we have.
what about-
We've all heard of Reddit.
What about Discord? You heard of that? The thing you're using right
Oh,
now? It's weird because
Speaking
you're
of
using it.
Discord,
You're using it.
I think you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Well,
to plug,
Jared,
plug
there's
it,
a
guys.
little chat called Wall Street Bets. Don't know if you've ever heard of them. The most prolific researchers in stock market history, Jared.
They do their time, you know. They Google some more,
God.
and then they Google a
And
little
then
bit
they
more
listen
after
to
that.
what
I
all
don't
their
think they
friends
do.
are saying.
I don't think they do.
And
I
then
don't
they
think
listen
they do.
to what
I don't
their
think they
friends
do.
are saying.
I think I think what happens is, hey guys, let's shoot up this stock today, and then they all go.
You know what?
into
It could be
I think
that.
That's what
It
happens.
really could be.
And it works.
And you know
And
what?
here I am,
Profit.
$400 richer today.
Exactly.
Dude, you guys were so happy you made $400. Logan, you would have to make that trade 25 more times to get $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I am
And here
too.
I will be. That's one trade less.
Mhm.
23
You know what's
more
funny?
to go.
You know what's funny? It'd be 24, but anyways.
Okay, 24 more to go.
What's funny is you guys will probably go back to Reddit tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And the day
Guess
after
who's in a call right now for BlackBerry?
And how much are you up, Mr. Wilkins? Would you like to tell us?
When the market closed, it was $22. But why you gotta laugh at that, motherfucker? it's a whole $2 higher than when it closed. It closed at 9.11, and now it's at 10.59.
Oof.
You know, and my call, the
So-
strike was at $9. If I'm doing the math, holy shit, I'm gonna just be swimming.
we haven't
in
even
some-
started talking about options yet. How would people know what that is?
That was the option. Oh well, okay.
Our
That is gonna
audience
have to
wouldn't
be.
know.
That's gonna have to be
True.
a whole. Is that something we're doing now or later?
No, go for it.
Yeah, we may have to do
Because
it
they
now,
want
to
to
be
know.
honest.
It's short
Yeah.
term.
Okay, so
Tell them about all the short-term ways of trading. You got day trading. I'll tell them about it. Fuck you guys. You got day trading. You got swing trading. Got options
Okay.
trading. And there you go. Go for it.
well, I mean, you just said them, so it's pretty much how you can
Well,
do it.
explain them.
Day trading is basically just classified as when you buy a stock and then sell it in the same day. A lot of times these platforms won't allow you to do it unless you have a certain amount, like 25 grand in your bank. I know Robinhood lets you do 3 a week, but then after that, you're like classified as a pattern day trader, and unless you have like 25 grand in assets, then they won't let you continue doing it. That's basically day trading. It's just when you buy and sell a stock in the same day, so you don't hold it for long at all.
But in order,
Swing trading is basically the same
Mr.
thing. It's just
Mr.
momentum.
Option Master here.
Yeah, swing trading is basically the same thing. It's just momentum, but it's not within the day. It could be the next day or within like a week or so. Options, basically in the shortest, most easy way to comprehend it. When you
The most easy way.
Gambling.
Grammar.
Okay, you know what? The most easiest. You're buying the right. It's a contract. Something funny. It's a contract that you can, if you're buying, there's calls and puts. Calls, you are bullish. Puts, you are bearish. AKA, calls, you think the stock's going to go up. Puts, you think the stock is going to go down. With an option, you are buying a single contract if you're buying. So say I buy a call. In that aspect, I have the right, not the obligation. There's a difference. To buy 100 shares of the underlying, which is the underlying is the stock, at whatever strike price I have chosen. There is, so let's give an example. We'll go back to Apple. Say Apple was trending at around $10 at the moment. It is not, but let's say hypothetical. So basically, I think the stock is going to go up. I think it's going to go up past $15. So what I would do is buy a call contract at the strike price of $15. The strike is where I think it's going to go to. Then you also have the premium, which is the amount you pay to have that right. So let's say the premium is $1. Everything is multiplied when you're talking about options by 100. So you basically go, is there something funny? Motherfucker told me to explain an option, and the motherfucker's explaining an option.
You lost me like 2 minutes ago.
That's why I didn't want to get into it right now. Because it is confusing.
It can be confusing.
It is like 110%, so I didn't want to get into it right now.
Let's just
Basically,
You're gambling.
you're buying the right, to own 100 shares, basically. At a predetermined price.
On. Okay, so let's dumb it down. When you buy an option, if you buy a call, you want the stock to go up. If you buy a put, you want the stock to go down. Okay? And you don't know if it's going to do either of those. You're speculating, and that's why I think it's gambling. Because you don't know whether the stock's going to go up in price or down in price. You're just hoping it goes one way.
Technically,
That's
you could argue that you
and
never
some
know.
people, and some people, they like to look at charts, they like to look at graphs, and they like to think they know a lot. They like to think they're a genius. Or if you're like my co-host, they go on Reddit. So
Okay.
and then they'll buy the option.
Let's back
and then
up.
It'll go up
The
to
first time I've ever been on Reddit was today. And I did listen to people. But do I do that all the time? No, it's the first time I did it. Will I do it again? Probably. But not very consistently, because I don't trust it that much, to be honest. I think today we hit a home run. And do you hit a home run at every at-bat? With Reddit, you do. I mean, no. No, you don't.
1 for 1. 2 for 2, actually.
Exactly.
2 for 2 with old Reddit today.
Yeah, exactly.
What else? Oh, BlackBerry. Yeah.
Yeah, BlackBerry's up there too. BlackBerry's it's doing
Okay,
the thing.
so
amazing
so
company.
It's doing the thing.
since we're on the short term train right now, we're talking about that. There's some pros and cons that I have.
Okay.
A pro with short term is you don't have to be patient. You really don't.
No, you don't.
You don't really have to do a lot of research. Maybe look at a chart or two, or like we've been saying, you go on Reddit and then you see what other people are buying and you buy into that. Another one is the thought of quick money is exciting. Correct. So let's talk about some cons. Okay.
Okay.
Is there more
None.
risk involved with short term? Is there more risk involved with short term? Yes or no?
Yes. Is there risk in long term? Yes.
We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
Exactly.
Logan,
Okay.
answer. Is there
Is
more
there
short
more
term?
risk?
Is there
Yeah.
more shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying there's not. I never made that argument. But yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Overall, do you get better returns in the market, short term or long term?
Good question.
Depends on. It really
Depends,
depends.
really.
Yeah, you can't say
Yeah.
that. You cannot say that. You
It
cannot
doesn't.
say that.
You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't.
How
What
does
do you
it
mean?
not
Okay, all right.
depend?
20 years ago, you could have put long-term into Blockbuster. Do you know what I mean? And where are they now? You know?
Exactly.
Why would you have bought Blockbuster? You have to do. Okay, so we're gonna
Because
get into
back
it.
then
Hold on.
they were booming.
Is there
Exactly.
compounding?
Popping.
Is there compounding? Is there compounding in short term? Can your money compound in
No.
short term?
Nope.
No, it can't. No.
Correct.
Is that like so? Logan made. Can I say how much you made today? Did I already say it? Logan
Go
made
for
$400 today riding the GameStop train on Reddit. Okay,
Choo choo.
and I explained it to him. Logan would have to make that trade 25 times in order to make $10,000. That's it. Only 10 grand. 25 times, and that's not including the times you're losing money.
Okay, but what about this?
So I just
What about if you sit on the sidelines and never make the trade?
That's what I was gonna say. So like Jared's right, your money does compound annually. Like let's say annually, it's obviously
Explain
continuously
compounding.
doing it. But it's like, so if I put $500 in and then waited a year and everything, that $500 compounded by 10%, that means I've only made $50 in an entire year. When I could have just made, like I did today, 400, which obviously it was a home run. But
Right.
you could be doing that with smaller plays and making like $50 per play. So you've made in one play, a small play for $50, what you've made in an entire year had you just left your money in long term.
Well, compounding is it's interest growing on the interest. So you
Yeah.
forgot to explain the next year after that, and the next year after that, and
Yeah.
the next year after that.
It
and the
just
next year after that.
continually
So
grows.
I'm
a
not
year is
downing
still
it.
short term.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's what me and Max had a conversation off like camera about this, about how it's like we still do see the benefits in long term, so you definitely want to have long term plays in
Right.
addition to short term plays. But personally, for me, I enjoy doing the short term plays a lot more. But I
Okay.
do have some, long terms, Neo.
I'm not naive enough to think that we're gonna hit every single time. I'm not saying that at all. You're not gonna make a $400 gain every single day. You are gonna
Maybe.
lose some of those times. But at the same time, in my eyes, I would rather not sit on the sidelines and have my money work for me. And then when that day comes around where it is time to long-term invest, throw the money in there. I'm not downing it at all. But I'm saying I would much rather do something with my money in the meantime instead of sitting on the sidelines. I guess Jared says no to that, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And
Well, I say
don't
no to
understand.
it because this is the reason I say no. Because I have found ways to make money almost risk-free, and I'm getting my real estate license, which will make me more money than I could in the stock market right now. Like, it's not even close. So, for
Okay,
people
how are you
that
sure?
don't have
How are you
that
sure?
privilege,
You can't say like it's risk free. What if the real estate market tanks as soon as you enter it? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not only doing real estate. No, I'm not only doing real estate.
I didn't say you were. But I'm saying
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I have found ways to make money risk free. So why would I risk it?
And
if
who
I
says
can
I'm
make,
not either?
which I am right now.
with
I'm not saying
eBay.
you are.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yes,
but I
that's
can
what I'm
do
talking
this
about, eBay.
on top of this. That's two different ways.
But
And who says if you buy some on eBay that you can flip it? You can't always. You're saying it's risk free, like
yes, you can.
oh
If you do your research, it's all about research.
no, you're right. If you do your research, but say it doesn't work.
Doo-doo.
Fucking childish.
Children.
I'm just saying, I'd rather have my money doing something than not doing something. And I
Okay.
wouldn't say
Mike,
it's completely
give us
risk
your
free.
input.
I wouldn't say it's completely risk free.
Yeah, Mike, which is more appealing to you? If someone
Well,
held
hold
a
on.
gun
We
to
haven't
your
even
head
got
and
into
said,
long term.
No,
We
exactly.
haven't
But if
got into long
someone
term yet.
But Mike's heard it all. If someone held a gun to your head and said you could only do one
Whoa.
for the rest of your life, which one are you doing?
First
You
of
know
all,
what I mean?
I won't put myself in that situation, but if
Oh,
I
here
had
we
to,
go, Mike.
but if I had to, long term.
Now let's
Okay.
get into long
Now
term.
get into
Yeah,
long
now
term.
let's get
I
into
want to
long
hear. I
term.
want to
Now
hear
we get into long
I
term.
want to
here.
make a quick point. I want to make a quick point about what you were saying about day trading and the short term.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you want to make? Like, how much are you aiming
Infinity.
for? Exactly. So, I think it depends on how much money you
Fuck
have
you guys.
No.
and how much money you actually want to make. I honestly
much
don't
money do you-
think. I honestly don't think that you can make day trading as effective as possible unless you have an extremely large sum of money, and then the gains are quicker.
But don't you
That's
think
with
it's the
anything.
same with long term?
Exactly.
Right.
That's the
yeah.
same with anything. The more capital you have, it's almost like an exponential graph. The more capital you have, the easier it's going to be to make money.
But it takes more
Yeah.
effort to do it short term than it does long term, because that's what Jared is making the case for, is that the compounding, it makes you more money over time
Right.
than you, and it would take more effort. That's why he was saying you would have to make that trade 25 times to get the same amount of money, which is
Okay.
very,
You say
very
that, right?
unlikely.
Yeah, but then you'd have to let's say I had like you make $500 and you'd have to do 25 of those trades to get just to 10 grand, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
How many years would
Exactly.
it take if you started with 500 and put it in like these long-term investment plays that grow like 10% on average per year? That would take like
Exactly.
10 years, let's say.
It would take longer time.
When do you need the money?
I think you're putting
Right.
parameters on it when it doesn't need it. When do you need the long term
Right.
money?
If I can make 25 of those trades in a year or 2 years and make 10
But
grand.
that's not counting you losing money on
True,
any trade.
true.
You're flawlessly making 25. If
True.
Logan, I'm going to bring this into it because this is what happened. When the market crashed 30% in March, you bought into some really good companies.
Yeah.
If you would have put, now I heard what you guys were saying about the amount of money. That absolutely matters. And that's why I didn't invest in March, because I had no money. I had like $1,000 to my name. I'm not going to make any money, okay? I would have made some, but it wouldn't have been significant.
but it's still
So
some.
say you make 10 grand day trading, options trading, whatever, swing trading. Say you make 10 grand doing that. If you were to put 10 grand into one of those businesses you invested in, United Rentals,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be worth $50,000 right now. That's not 1 year.
Right.
You are 100% correct.
10 months.
Yeah, but how often does a market drop
Exactly.
and then correction like that come around to
I
where
think you guys-
everything drops and then
I think you
goes
guys
up?
don't realize how many market drops there are. Like
Not to that.
because yeah, there's no. You're right.
When was the
there's
last
more.
one?
Usually
was the
they're
last
more.
one?
2008.
Okay. How long ago was that? 12 years, right?
13
was 12 years,
years.
yeah.
13 years, right? Okay. So you're going to wait
Yeah.
13
There
years
was
to
a-
make your next trade.
No.
Say
No,
it even
it's
happens in
all
the next
about-
5 years. You're going to wait 5 years to make your trade.
It's all about the company you want to invest in or the index you want to invest in. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with long term, because there's a lot of research that goes into it. There's a lot of patience. Nobody wants to be patient.
I
Wall
don't
Street
even-
is not about patient.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's not about being patient. People want to make money now. There's a fear of missing out. There's a jealousy of, my friends are making so much money, I want to make money too. It's not fun to sit on the sidelines.
That's what I
It's
was
not-
trying to point
But
out
when-
with how much money
Yeah.
you want to make. It's like, obviously you're trying to maximize, but like, that's why I also asked, when do you want it? If you just want immediate gratification, yeah, maybe short term is for you. But you can't make that decision without also considering, just by numbers, what long term can do. Because I honestly think we've been having this conversation without actually knowing like what certain people have been able to do with long term investing. And I'm sure, Jared, you can share some great examples when we make our case for that.
Every investor, I'm not going to say every investor, because technically these two fuckers are, but all of the greatest investors ever in the
Are
history
rich
of
as
the
hell.
world do not trade options. They do
Had
not
millions
day
of
trade.
dollars
They do
in the
not
bank.
swing trade.
Before.
No, Warren Buffett, dude.
Not
oh,
true.
you guys-
Millions.
Not true. You do
Dude,
not know your
Warren
history.
Warren Buffett.
Okay. Look.
Warren Buffett.
No, I agree. I'm not downing long term. I'm just saying you have to. It's not even about patience either. It's just when shit hits the fan. Yes, I'm gonna pour a lot of money. Fuck all the options. I'm gonna pour a lot of money into whatever good company is there at the time. But until then, what am I doing? Just sitting back and be like, oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that one going up. Oh, that one also skyrocketed. Well, that would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think about it. And it's like, you say they want to make money now. Why not make money now when you can make money?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're always going to make money.
I don't think it has to be an either or.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to be like an either or thing as well. Exactly, yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on how you're looking at investing. The way I look at it is I'm buying shares of a business. No way in fuck are you guys buying shares of GameStop, okay? Or fucking BlackBerry.
I have about 10 right now.
No way. No way you're looking at GameStop, you're looking at their numbers and you're like, "Oh, dude, fuck yeah, GameStop, bro." Or BlackBerry, you're like, "Oh, fuck, let's go, dude." BlackBerry.
Yeah, no. I said that a lot today. So I did say, "Oh, fuck yeah, BlackBerry."
So when we taught, so when we said what is a stock in the previous episode, we said you're buying shares of a business.
True.
Correct.
That's not what you guys are doing. I think you guys are buying shares. You're like buying certificates of
I most
stock.
definitely am buying
when
shares.
you go to my portfolio,
because I think it's going to go up.
If you look at my portfolio right now, it says, and Logan's as well, we have shares of GameStop.
When you bought them, what did you think? When you bought them, did you think, I believe in what GameStop is doing?
This is what I said. I believe in GameStop until Friday. Until tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, I will no longer believe in GameStop because I am out.
And then at that point, GameStop's just falling off the radar.
It means nothing to me. You
know
what I'm saying?
Business model.
But until tomorrow at probably about 10 a.m., GameStop means everything.
Business model.
See, Jared, I think the problem is that they're going to get to 65 years old and not have done any long-term investing, and they're going to regret it so heavily.
I don't get that. That's what I just said.
This is what's
don't
funny.
have to do an either or.
How am I going to be 65? Like, damn, I should have fucking long-term back when I was 20.
This is what's funny to me, Mike. This is what's funny to me. I think that they're going to be in a couple options trades, right? And I'm going to predict this now. I'm forecasting this now. I'm seeing into the future.
I want this to happen.
They're going to be in some options trades, okay? And stocks drop faster than they go up. They're going to lose so much fucking money, they're not going to want to invest. And that's what happens more than you guys think. When a market corrects or it goes down, people lose so much money that they're turned off from investing. And meanwhile, I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines, learning. I'm not just... When you say sitting on the sidelines and missing out, if you're doing nothing, you're missing out. If you're learning, you're not missing out. Because I wouldn't have known this stuff if I was in a stock right now. I probably wouldn't be reading or looking up anything about Warren Buffett or Phil Town or any of the people I look at. Because I would be thinking I'm a genius because I'm making so much money. In reality, in a bull market, everyone makes money. You don't lose money in a bull market. If you do, you're fucking silly.
And what is right now a bull market?
How do you lose money in a bull market?
It's a bull market.
This is a bull market.
So let me reframe.
But are you learning anything about investing?
Yeah, when it's not a bull market, I do not go in like this.
So let me reframe Logan's question that he posed to me earlier in the episode. He asked me if I had a gun to my head and which one would I choose. If I had to reframe that and say, who am I going to pick in terms of who's going to win out in the end? If I had to pick between, let's say, Logan, who does trading, and Jared, who does long-term, I would think that Jared's future would be more prosperous in terms of his investments versus the day trading. Long-term, of course, because he actually pulled it off. But I think he would be more fortuitous. So, yeah, I choose that.
And I don't see why you can't day trade.
Yeah.
While you wait for these things, while you wait for these
80% of day traders lose their money.
I want to harp back on this.
But you can day trade on a company that you've researched, the same as you've researched long term. You can read their stock. You can say, hey, this is.
But do you too? These people might, but
we're calling you out right now.
Yes, I have looked into GameStop. I did not because I was fucking riding the wave. But other ones, yes.
You look at their financials. What kind of research do you do?
I research where they're going, their pipeline, what they're doing right now, where they're going. If they have solid pipeline, if they have solid people behind them,
What do you mean
everything
solid
like that.
Well, I don't know what that means. What's solid pipeline?
Pipeline is what they're doing in the future. The pipeline is what's coming down the road, what they're coming out with, what they expect to do, all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I don't look at the financials because, like, I do research through another way. I do it through the graph.
Okay, I said there's
do
no
it-
right or wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I
So-
don't look at the financials because, to be honest, I don't even understand half the financials. So
This
it's
is
like,
the big thing I want to point out, and I really, really think this is important for you day traders. It feels like day trading is not as effective, quote unquote, as it could be if you had like the, let's say, 80 grand and you dropped it on one stock and then let it go up and then you make 160. Like, that's what I think of when I think of day traders. So when I see you guys day trading and you make like $400, that's like one time out of how many times have you done that so far? How many times have you done that? Like this short wave thing?
No,
Once,
I
exactly,
agree.
right?
We hit a
So
home run
let me
today.
finish my point. When I see that
That's
and I
pretty
see
good
like
odds.
you don't have even a slight, like, you first of all you have to have a ton of money to even make any massive gains if you day trade.
Impact.
And as Jared was saying, 80%
either,
of people, no, it's not. And Jared will tell you why. And 80% of people who do that, the reason that 80% people lose their money is because they put 80 grand in, or a huge
They
amount
suck.
of money in, and because it fluctuates just a little bit, they lose like 20 grand. So it's like that's why there's
And then
such
they
a
have
high
paper
risk.
hands.
That's
But
why.
I'm not.
Paper hands.
So,
I
Jared,
put
explain.
31 I put $31 into BlackBerry. That's my max loss. I'm not putting absurd amount.
$31.
30.
But that's
I'm
the
not putting
thing.
absurd amount.
That versus doing the investment, in the future, you are bound to make more with that $31 over time than you will doing it just on a day trade. That's the point.
No, but
You
if
guys
you
aren't
took,
even. You guys
if you
aren't
took
letting
10
your
years-
money work for you. You
I
guys
am.
aren't letting your money work for you. You're not
It worked
really.
today.
Because no.
Fucking
Think
hell
about
did
it.
it do
You
work.
made Max. You made $200. I'm not even trying to shit on the trade. You're not giving your money the time. You're not giving your money time to work for you.
Right.
You're saying it worked for you, but it really didn't.
No.
Like, it didn't.
I don't see how you say it doesn't. I made 200 because I wanted to. Because I look at it now, it went down. Right. I took it out before it went down. It's just small. I'm not going to win every single time, but it's just small increments every once in a while. And I'm not going to go on Reddit every single day and be like, "Ooh, what's the big trade today? Oh, that one.
Okay.
All my money, bang." You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel like you are.
I'm here to tell you I'm not. But
So to
today
bring
it
this
worked.
full circle, the reason in the beginning, after I listened to you guys for a while, and I asked myself, I said, what is it you're actually going for? Like, how much money do you, I've tried posing these questions, like, how much money are you trying to make? When do
Okay.
you want the money? Like, these are important questions because I think your purpose and your goals determine
Yeah.
what you're going to be doing if you want to do a day trade or a long term.
Okay.
So that's
I think
why I
everyone's
want to
goal-
come back with that. Yeah.
I think everyone's goal, short term, long term, is to make money. As much as you can.
Yeah.
So Jared, like, I don't know if this is personal or not, but how much money do you have invested, like, in the stock market right now? You can just give like a rough estimate.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
I've sold everything.
So you're waiting for it to drop, right? So that then you can pour
I'm
money
waiting.
in.
To be more specific, I'm waiting for certain companies to go on sale relative to the
Yeah.
value. Yeah.
Okay. So what if I'm doing the same thing, but in the meantime, I'm making money? So I could make $2,000 in the meantime, and then it drops, and then I do the same thing you're going to do, which is a long-term play. While at the same time, I'm still building up a long-term portfolio. Like right now, I have long-term plays. But I'm also making my other money work for me in the short term that I wouldn't be able to do with just long-term. That's why I don't prefer one or the other, but I do think short term is more like, it's so many people want to do it because it's almost like the lottery. It's like you look at your friend who won the lottery and you're like, well, shit, I want to play the lottery. And it's kind of like that. It's obviously not that,
Right.
Low chance of you winning. But when you say 80% lose their money, yeah, I've seen that before. But I feel like the appeal is so easy, especially in right now's market, that you can make all this side money in the meantime and still make long-term plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm making side money, just not risking it, like, in the most, like, what's more risky than a day trade or an option I don't know what's more risky than that. I'd rather make it with little to no risk.
Right.
In my eyes, an investment. This is what an investment is. It's buying an asset you understand the value of with a low and almost no degree. No, wait. It's buying an asset you understand the value of, and then you pay less than that value with a high degree of certainty that you will not lose money. That's investing. So when I do this eBay stuff, I'm putting my money into something, I'm investing my money into something, and then I'm selling it somewhere else because I know I'm not going to lose money on it. And that's the way I'm going to invest in the stock market as well. And that's the way that I have previously invested in the stock market as well. I'm buying something that I know the value of. I understand it, okay? And I'm paying substantially less for it than what it's actually worth. Price and value are completely different. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. And with a high certainty of I know I'm not going to lose money. So when I wait for these companies to go on sale, and I buy with like a margin of safety, and that's what I do with this eBay stuff. When I buy with a margin of safety, it's almost no risk. It's little to no risk because it's gone down so far that if it goes down anymore, I'd be happy to buy it more.
Right.
And then it like almost only has up to go. So I see what you're saying with why wait on the sidelines. It's not fun to wait on the sidelines. It's not fun to be patient. I never said any of that. All I'm saying is I don't want to risk my money because I do want to build up cash. I'm sitting on a good amount of cash right now.
Yeah.
And I want to invest it, but there's nothing to invest it in because the market is at all-time highs and it keeps going higher and higher and higher, and companies keep getting more expensive. So that's why right now this is probably the best market to trade. So you guys right now are probably doing the best thing to do, which is trading. And if you can keep making money doing it, then do it. Me, I don't want to risk my money. I compare options and day trading and swing trading to gambling. I don't like gambling. I like to be certain of things. That's why I don't do short term.
So it does come down to personal preference at the end of the day.
Yeah. There's
also
lots of ways to make money. There's lots of ways to make money on the sideline. It just depends how you do it.
Yes, I agree. But also, so I would say, like what you do on eBay and Mercari and all those selling apps, you do make, lots of money and you do it really well and you do know the price of things. But that, I would say that's like your job. Like you have the time for that. Do you know what I mean? In addition to going to get your real estate license and all that stuff, those are like your jobs. We don't like have the same time when it comes to like being in full time and then being in sports and all that stuff. We don't like have the time to go out. So this is almost like, I'd agree with you. The risk is way higher than what you're doing. And the money's like the same, depending on how much you put in, obviously. But it's like, it's so easy. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do it with like a few taps and you just watch a screen and you watch it go up. Yeah. So that also plays into it.
Yeah, that's why it's
only go
so
up.
enticing. Dude, it's a meme. This market is
it is a meme.
market.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah. It's a meme market.
I think
And
Reddit.
I'm taking advantage of it.
Right, exactly. I think this is one of the most bullshit ways to make money, no doubt. But if the opportunity is there, why not join the wave? You know what I'm saying? Like today I went on Reddit and I haven't even heard the name GameStop or BlackBerry since 2005. But it's happening right now, and there was an opportunity to put money in. Now, was it risky? Hell yeah, it was risky. But did this one pay off? Yes. Will they all pay off? Hell no. But today it happened to work, and that's what I mean. It's the opportunity is there, so that's why I went and jumped on it. And like Logan was saying, I don't have the time. I don't even have a car, so how the hell am I supposed to go out and get stuff to sell on Best Buy? You know, to sell on eBay. You know what I'm saying?
You could even argue. Argue that these short-term options are the only things we can do because we don't have those huge amounts of capital that even make investing worthwhile. I think Logan, that's what you were trying to say, where it's like if you have a ton of capital, investing really does a good job for you. But if you don't really have a lot, then it's not as much.
Like if you have these millions, why would you not? Literally, like if you are already set, if you've already quote unquote made it, like, and you have millions of dollars, why would you not put it in these extremely secure companies
Right.
who are almost, not technically, but are almost guaranteed to grow, even 5-10% a year, and you just let your money do its thing and you don't have to do anything, like if you've already there. But the problem is getting there, because if you only have $1,000, what is 10%, 5%, $50 to $100 a year, and then obviously it compounds, but what is like $100 a year
Compared
now?
to if you
That's
start
where I
at
like
10 mil,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like things like
I think you guys are blowing
IRAs
it way
and
out of
stuff like that.
proportion. You don't need millions of dollars to make an impact. I just explained if you would have put 10 grand into a company, it would be up 50 grand for. I used United Rentals, but that's a fuck ton of money. So you don't need millions of dollars to make long-term plays benefit you.
And I
50 grand's a lot of money.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
lump
it is.
options into all being short term either. You can buy expiration dates for next year, the year after that, and the year after that. They can be a long term
Yeah,
play.
but it can, but I would
Just how you
say the
position
majority of people don't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
correct. Majority of people don't. No,
play
you're right.
them.
But I don't want to say options are short term when they're not exclusively short term.
Is there any benefit to extending it, like to a longer time period? Do you end up making more money if it succeeds, or no?
You get more time for it to reach there.
Yeah, but you
Like
get more time.
the exercise price.
Oh.
And
Okay.
also because there's more time, usually, like I said, the premium, which is what you pay for it, or if you're selling the option, it's what you receive, is going to be larger. So if I'm selling a one that's a year out, I'd receive a larger amount of premium. Or if I was buying one, I'd have to pay a larger amount of premium. That's also another reason. Look, I'm not downing long term at all. But like Logan said, in the meantime, you have your what you call as risk-free eBay and options to make money. I think for me, the one that works best in my scenario, and I guess Logan as well, because that's what he's doing, is these shorter time trades. Not even day trades. You can do day trades, but swing trades, couple week trades that can make you a little bit money here and there. And in my eyes, I think some of them you're going to lose, but in my eyes, I think a little bit of money is better than no money. And if I can accumulate a little bit of money here or there, then eventually when shit does hit the fan, I can put it into a long-term investment. But until then, I guess
Understandable.
I guess I don't want to just sit on the side. Is I guess my case.
No, and that's completely fair. It's like you guys said. It's all about the situation that you have found yourself in, that you're in right now.
Right.
I have ways to make money on the side. A lot of college kids don't.
Yeah.
They don't. So a lot of college kids are doing this. They're buying options, they're buying stocks and trading. And we're going to get into this in the other episode. I don't want to say too much about it because we have some questions to go through. But yeah, Max, you're completely right. I'm not shitting on short term. I just prefer long term, and I know that long term works out better. So like, you guys are my friends. I want you guys to be financially well off. I want you guys to be financially set.
I do too for you.
So I'm not trying to shove this shit down your throat, but I'm just saying. And I mean, it's a lot of work. Long term, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of time sitting in front of a computer screen and just looking at numbers, crunching numbers, doing.
It's also like
math,
you
and
said,
I hate math, but
it's how susceptible or how your risk aversion, like how much do you want to take on? Options are, and day trading, swing trading is very, very risky. But if you're okay with taking on risk, then yeah, go for it. And I say you gotta know that you could potentially lose a lot of money. But if you understand that, then I say go for it. And you said earlier that we're not learning a thing. I think I've made bad trades. I've made good trades. Most of them have been swing trades or option trades. I wouldn't say I'm not learning anything from it. I think each trade that I make, I say, oh, okay, that's what I did wrong, or that's what I did right. I wouldn't say it's not learning anything. I wouldn't go as far as that, I guess, is what I'm saying.
All right. that's it, guys, for today's episode. It actually went about 30 minutes over, so we cut that because we didn't think it was too helpful for you guys. It kind of went into more just bickering back and forth. But this episode was a little bit less educational and a lot more of just our personal opinions, and we kind of wanted to show you guys that, how we feel about short-term trading, how we feel about long-term trading. Yeah, clearly you don't like it. Jared's not a fan of the old short-term.
Short-term
Mike's
game.
a bit on the fence.
Hashtag.
But
I understand.
Yeah, there's benefits and negatives to both. It depends on your specific situation, amount of money, stuff like that. So we kind of hope we've given you insight into that. Without further ado, Mr. Michael, take it away with the outro.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like on YouTube and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notifications when we upload videos. If you're listening on audio, don't forget to leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts. It lets us know that you are actually listening. And finally, if you want to engage with us and get to know us and talk to us a little bit more, we have a Discord channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and what's the fourth one? What's the fourth one, guys?
I don't know.
There's
YouTube?
one more.
Discord, YouTube?
YouTube, I
Everything?
guess. Yeah, whatever. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube are the three main ones. And then Discord. So yeah, follow us there if you guys enjoy the episodes. And without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace. Peace.